Hey there, my friends. It's Tori here from the Amazing Brick Network. Thank you so much for watching. We're checking out set 40448. It's the vintage car, the Lego Ideas vintage car that Lego gave away as a promotional item when you spent money at the Lego website or in one of the Lego stores. This is a cool set, and folks, I have to apologize in advance because as beautiful as this building or this vehicle is, it didn't do any justice to the real color of the bricks. I'm sure you've seen photos of it out there in the wild, but this is a groovy set, and the bricks that I'm filming right now, even though they're the correct ones, I believe personally the camera didn't pick up just how lustrous they were. So I did my very best to still bring you this build, but I am more than aware that it isn't exactly the right color. A fault of the camera, sure, but the build is all on me, and you got the two faces there. I chose the groovy sunglasses version because she's going to be driving around in a convertible. The dude's got his sunglasses on and his little jacket there with, I think it was Vipers on it. You know, it's sort of like a harken back to the days of old in a cute little old-fashioned automobile, a convertible of all things, racing along with the wind in their hair and nary a worry in the world. So I was really stoked to bring the build to you. It was proving to be a lot of fun, very well put together, and just ingenious the way that these little bricks can all be locked together to make something fantastic. Yet again, courtesy of the fan builder and also the team at Lego who make this into an eventual official set for us all to enjoy. Every single part of this build, there was nothing wasted. The detail was there, absolutely, from the side skirts of the vehicle through to the way that the lights were done. Now, we have seen a similar vehicle like this done with the Dyna modular house. However, I think this is a beautiful accompaniment to that, and I have seen mock builders out there in the Lego community making their own vintage vehicles, but this sporty little car is sensational. It will work in your Lego city, no problem whatsoever. Hop in that car and drive off into the sunset while playing some Elvis Presley. Thank you for coming very, very much. Two stickers in the set, the license plate, easy enough on the black tile there. However, the next one does go on the front bumper, and I think, as always, I got that just a little bit off center, but the build was fun. I honestly didn't care too much, and I thought it would be a good time to show to you. So we'll get all this area ready now. This video has been sped up, so if it looks twitchy, that is simply the case, because otherwise you'll be watching me build for 40 minutes, and I know that no one's got time to put themselves through that. The side detail there on the car was well done with those sort of fang tooth elements, and then you flip the whole thing on its side. It was upside down to let it groove around and get the left and right side of the bumper. I thought that was extremely clever. It was certainly very well done, and it certainly fit the mood from the time that this set is trying to recreate. They did such a good job with this, folks. I hope that you're enjoying the build as much as I am, as much as I did actually doing it for you. And if you are having a bit of fun with the channel, please let me know. Throw a comment down below. I absolutely love to hear from you guys, and I do assure you that I answer everything. You'll get acknowledgement. Not that that's a big deal, but I know that there's a lot of channels where people don't even answer if someone comments. I will always answer, I will always respond to your comments, and I appreciate your subscriptions and your support that you give the channel. We've got a playlist on there that does show absolutely every show, so if you're ever worried that you've missed out on something, there is a playlist called All Shows that you can hit, and it will make its way through the whole lot. So as I always say, thank you so very much for helping this channel become what it is. Help me have the fun that I've had. I've made so many friends through YouTube making this show, and none of it would have happened without your support. So when I get the chance to bring a set like this to you that you can't just buy in a shop, of course I am going to show my friends on the Amazing Brick Network every darn step of the process if I can, especially if I make mistakes and you see me have to fix them, as is so often the case. So this is the underside here, and initially at first I thought, how do you get two people into that car? Don't you worry about that for a second, my friends, because Lego always has it sorted. Every time I start to doubt, they absolutely do. They really know how to put together a great set that's a lot of fun and that the whole family can enjoy together if that is the case. If you like building with loved ones or you like building with your kids, this is a set that you could certainly do that. Little tackers may not have a lot of fun with this set because of just some of the techniques being used. But you know what? Mum, dad, older brother or sister, you just get in, and help them out, and then they'll be able to drive that thing all around the house. This is a solid vehicle and it looks nothing short of exceptional, that's for sure. So you make sure that they have fun building, you have fun building, and let's continue on with what's going on here. We're working our way to the front of the car, and this was some of the interesting bits here. So these were like the wheel wells, or the sides of the car there. And they were one of the first times, and it may just be me, it probably is, I don't build a lot of cars, that I saw like a 4-stud wide, wheel well. Normally it's like 2 and then it branches out, sort of like a fork, but these were very solid pieces, and I really liked the fact that they were there. It gave the vehicle a very strong holding together presence. It really helped the bricks all stick together. It just proved to be a superior way of doing things, in my honest opinion. And now we're doing the doors. This is a slightly different thing for me as well. The way the doors were done, whoop, do it the other way around. There we are. And they just lock onto the sides like that. So that was a really nice way of doing things. It gave a very nice, smooth and clean appearance to the car. And for the most part, the car is put together in a snot technique, which means studs not on top, which means you don't see a lot of the studding, though there were a couple there that I thought, wow, it would have been even cooler still if they had figured out a way of not showing any studs on top, because this build really screams that it would be something that is able to be achieved with just a little bit more thought and a few more bricks. Does not take anything away from the car though, folks. I am loving it. Now, I am not a car guy. I only know the car I drive, which is a Mini Cooper. I'll tell you what, it's an amazing car, by the way, Mini Cooper. I love it. But basically, if this is based on a real vehicle, I've got no idea what it was. If you guys know, please leave a comment below, because, hey, I need my car education as much as the next person. I basically go to the mechanic and just pray that they tell me the truth. Though now I've got a new car, I don't have to worry about that so much at the moment. But down the track and with my older cars, absolutely, I don't have a clue. Now, I love this element here, sort of like for the bumper to have that logo sort of thing at the front. It was really well done. That was done with an ice skating element, and I love the way it was positioned. Had a little bit of difficulty getting this part in, and this is where I realized I actually missed a brick inside here. Very frustrating. Referring back to the instructions, fortunately the whole area that I was missing did lift out nicely. There we go, Tori. Put that. There you go. There you go. Look at that. You're a mechanic as well. A mechanic of Lego, fixing up this car. Now, this was a cool thing too, but I did have one of the bricks not quite right. That windscreen element is upside down, folks, and it's folding back on a hinge, and then it looks like a really groovy back in the day convertible. And with that bonnet piece that's on the back there, that would have been like, if you kids or younger people aren't familiar, that folds up and the actual roof of the car would have transitioned itself up and onto the front. So now we're just putting the finishing touches on, and I'm going to show you a couple of screenshots as well. Those surfboard elements did not want to stay on the sides of the vehicle. If that was an area that only complaint I had about this build, that was extremely weak, and I think I'm going to go back and see if I can throw something else underneath that just to make it fit a little bit tighter, but without the actual pieces standing out too far from the car doors, because that would take away from it. That's the build. Let's have a look at a couple of the still shots I took of that afterwards. See what you think of it. It came together quite nicely, as you can see there. Beautiful detail. I love photographing Lego. I must admit, before I started doing YouTube, I did a lot of stuff on Instagram, and you can find us now, obviously, us being me, on the Amazing Brick Network on Instagram. And I do love taking these photos. So if you do just want to see still shots, I post a fair bit too there, and I love sharing these little details. Look at the sunglasses. That's absolutely cool beans. I'm loving it. She's loving driving the car. What a sporty little adventure for this Lego crew. Colors pop. This thing is beautiful, and I'm extremely glad that it's a part of my collection. Thank you so much for watching. Hit that subscribe button, slap that like, and I will see you friends in the next video. Thanks so much for watching.